Greetings and salutations, horror movie fans. My name is Gilbert Ybarra, and welcome back to the Attic Review. On today's episode of Tar, I'm going to talk about my favorite rendition of this cheerful holiday title, the 2006 version of Black Christmas. Released on Christmas Day for some reason, this sick and twisted slasher is a loose remake of a similar title that was released way back in 1974, but I wasn't the biggest fan of that one. But before we start this review, be warned that yes, there's going to be spoilers, but because of the content of this film, dark subject matter will be discussed, such as cannibalism and incest, so you've been warned. In Attic Review fashion, I'm going to break the movie down into the 3 acts and what I liked and disliked about each part, how I felt about the film overall, so without further ado, the movie that my mom is still mad at me for making her watch, The Morbid Black Christmas. The film starts us off with a nice view of the festive-themed sorority house, and we're invited in and we see one of the sorority sisters enjoying some wine and doing some gift wrapping. Well, was doing some gift wrapping. Because within the first 30 minutes of this film, we get our first ultra-aggressive murder-death-kill to begin this film's brutal antics. That's done, let's check in over at the Clark Sanitarium to see how the patients over there are enjoying the holidays. Oh yeah, I mentioned that the patients are all insane, right? And that this place houses a real sicko that had a little too much fun on Christmas a while back. This psycho has a name though, and it is Billy Lenz. And Billy is a wild ass boy that tries to escape every year just to be home for Christmas time. But we'll talk about his demented upbringing and why he's in this lovely asylum later on. Right now we gotta get back to the girls. At the house, the girls and their house mother are enjoying some spirits to help lift their spirits from the dread of the holiday drama. And after a quick introduction to the gorgeous sorority sisters, great casting by the way, we have to go back to the hospital because something is going to happen. As per usual in horror movies, security guards are dumb as hell. And this guard falls for a fake Shawshank breakout, gets toe-tagged by Billy, and Billy strolls out of his room. And back to the sorority house we go. The girls are dealing with holiday blues and other drama, some more than others. But as they're rounded up to go open up some gifts, one of the girls hears some clattering up there in the attic, so let's give it a whirl and check it out. You already know what's going to happen in a situation like this, so enjoy the vicious addition to the body count. But wait, did Billy get there that soon? Whatever. And damn, we're at the hospital again. And Billy picks up a nightstand and suit to escape. It wasn't in a nice way, just so you know. Now on his way to start some shit, it's about time we hear from House Mother and why they have that warped tradition of having a Christmas gift for Billy. Because it turns out the sorority house is where old Billy Boy was molded by a not-so-fond childhood. This is it! Don't get scared now. Because this is the nasty turn. Brace yourselves for a recap of Billy's upbringing. Born with a skin disease that made him look like the yellow bastard from Sin City, Billy was brought into this world by a very loving father, but a mother that hated his guts. Like, a lot. The father loves and defends Billy, so that's great, but the mother and lover decide to kill the dad, and poor Billy was only 5 years old when he had to witness that brutal murder. And then poor Billy is cast off upstairs forever. But quick time out during the Billy story time. We have a little homage to the original Black Christmas with a disturbing phone call that has some awful content and a little warning about getting out of there and they're all gonna die. Back to Billy's biography. One night when Billy is about 12 years old, the disgusting mother is drunk and does some awful things with her son. Which results in her producing an incestual offspring. Ugh, I told you guys this was gonna get bad. Alright, back to the present time with the girls and they're getting another disturbing phone call, which freaks them out but also puts them on high alert that they think some of the sisters are missing. And then a boy named Kyle gets caught breaking into the house, but he's not there for murder. I'll let you see why he's there. He is though dating one of the gals there, and while he's being questioned about his B&E into the house, he also reveals the last part of Billy's story. Well, he will in Act 2 because we just ended Act 1, y'all. And you know what else is coming to an end? My friends watching this without being subscribed, so everyone be super jolly. Hit subscribe and let's get into Act 1 likes and dislikes. Okay, gonna start with the dislikes because watching this movie again for the review, the incest stuff is still too much for me. Call me soft serve all you want, it's hard to watch. But this is something that upped the intensity and oh shit credibility of the film, so there's that. Act 1 likes? Okay, I'm a hypocrite here, but I admire the go for it all attitude with a mainstream release. That was ballsy putting matters like incest in a film that was released on Christmas Day. Again, why do you think my mom hates this movie and is still pissed off at me for making her watch this? I apologize, mother. always bringing up old shit, damn. Act 1 was just plain fun, with the festive vibes mixed in with the dark shit, the Christmas lights and the vicious kills. Awesome. And great casting, loved all the young ladies, but they're not just breathtaking, alright? They are charming and feisty and you're really rooting for them, so good luck ladies in Act 2. Act 2 begins with Kyle explaining to the girls why their sorority house scares the shit out of them. The year is 1991 and an understandably frustrated Billy just loses it. And I'll try to spare you most of the details, but yikes, that dude made a homicidal mess that's gonna put him on the naughty list permanently. This Christmas carnage left his sister/daughter very severely physically and mentally damaged. And Billy made sure that his revenge was sweet enough to wash down with milk before he's whisked away for a permanent psych vacay. Psst! And his daughter/sister was never seen from again. And story time is over, as a lady named Lee shows up to look for her little sister Claire, who is missing, but we know she's in the afterlife, but Lee doesn't know that, so she joins the girls to go looking for her and some of the other missing sisters because this is getting silly and dangerous now. Lights go out, weird thuds are being heard up in the attic, Kyle is getting kicked out for being a perv, and one of the sorority sisters is plastered and is sharing her holiday cheer all over the house. And everyone is on edge because something just ain't right around here. After observing how suspicious it is that they are the only house on the block without lights on, Sister Dana, played by Lacey Chabert, wisely decides to go under the house to find the breaker box. But instead she finds her untimely demise despite putting up a decent fight. Wait! Who the hell did that? Who's down there? I guess we'll see. Alright, the fan is being hit by shit right now as they get another phone call, but this time from Dana. They go running wild throughout the house trying to find her when they happen upon Eve, another sister that is no longer with the sorority, or the living. So now we have 3 gals missing and House Mother is convinced that Billy has come home, and we end Act 2. Well, before the naughty and nices of Act 2, you're going to be on the naughty list if you haven't subscribed, so get on the nice side, subscribe, and let's get into the likes and dislikes of Act 2. So Act 2, kind of vague, but honestly, this is everything that I would want to see in a Christmas-themed slasher. And again, the girls are badass and ain't bad to look at, but what I really like about it is that there's no clear indicator of who's going to be the final girl, so that leaves us in a state of not knowing who's going to be next. I apologize because this like is very random, but that house is so badass. Act 2, the house just felt very well used, and honestly, the decor and everything brought it to life. Great job, design team. In Act 2, dislike, I hate being neurotic, but I hate the phone calls. Not because they're eerie or overused, but it's just, I don't understand them. They confuse me. Like, who and how are they making them? Like, did they get the Scream 3 voice changer that doesn't exist? I don't know, it just bugs me and it shouldn't. Let's get to Act 3 to see who's all in that house. Act 3 begins with the house deciding to split. Half decide to go and get help, the other half decides to stay with drunk Sister Lauren and to wait around for the others to hopefully show up. And splitting up in a horror movie is always a good idea. House Mother and Sister Heather scamper off for help. Yeah, they're gonna regret not staying in the house and amongst the living. They gone. Sisters Kelly and Lee are running around scared and confused, leaving poor Sister Melissa all by herself, and she joins the other side as well. It was a great effort to stay alive though, I must say. But yeah, that wasn't Billy doing the attacking. What is going on around here, man? Well, this Billy lookalike goes after drunk girl Lauren and she becomes another pledge in heaven. And damn it, these girls are amazing for being little badasses and fighting the good fight. But let's see who else can weather this murder storm. Shit, who's still here and breathing? Kelly and Lee are still around and oh snaps, that fool Kyle is still lurking around. What you doing here, man? This is where it sucks to be him, as he is voluntold to get his ass upstairs and look for a cell phone ringing in the attic. And ooh, does he get dealt with, and then we get a Friday the 13th style body reveal up in the attic. And we have a final girl candidate in Kelly as she's fighting her ass off against a killer whose identity has finally been revealed. This murderous copycat is actually Billy's deranged offspring and sister Agnes. Although Agnes phrases it in a way that I don't care to repeat out loud. We have Kelly here fighting off Agnes when Billy decides to show up to celebrate the holidays with his sister, daughter, whatever. We have Kelly fighting off Agnes when Billy decides to show up to spend the holidays with his little girl slash sister. Oh god, so weird. Those baddies, Kelly and Lee, somehow muster the strength to fight off Billy and Agnes and leave that house in flames. Take that, suckers. Off to the hospital to unwind after the horrific evening. Does anyone else get the sense that this ain't over? Me too. Billy and Agnes apparently didn't hear no bell, so round 2 at the hospital makes us sadly say goodbye to Lee. It's been real, Lee, but Kelly ain't having it. Billy and Agnes felt like getting their asses kicked again by Kelly, so she sends them to hell and avenges her sisters. And that's it. Nice jolly ending. Well, for Kelly at least, and for us, because that was a nice conclusion to this messed up film. You know what else is messed up? Watching this review without subscribing. So really quickly, please subscribe and let's get into Act 3 likes and dislikes and how I felt about the movie overall. Act 3 likes, well, I love the pacing of the last act. It didn't lose steam and it ended the film in nice satisfaction. The girls were fantastic in this last act, and hell, throughout the whole movie they were wonderful. They did not go out like traditional horror movie victims, and I loved that. I felt more women power in this film than I did in that 2019 horrendous excuse of a reboot. These girls were truly something to root for, and I wish we had more survivors because I admired all of their performances. And then a pretty obvious Act 3 like, I like the gore and brutality. Quick Act 3 dislike though. Bear with me, and I'm very sorry for this, but every time I saw Agnes, all I saw was the Wayans brothers and white chicks. Like, I shouldn't have focused on that as much as I did, but here we are. Overall, Black Christmas is not for everyone. Ask my mom. But truly, this is a disturbing film despite its mainstream release, and one does need a strong psyche and stomach to watch this. If you get offended or queasy easily, skip this one. I promise. Now the rest of you freaks, enjoy because it is a fun one. And that's it for today's episode of Tar and why I enjoyed the Guilty Pleasure Black Christmas 2006 edition. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, tell some friends to drop by. My name is Gilbert Ybarra. Thank you so much for watching the Attic Review. Smile, Tiger.